Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the one and only real Doran's Pod. I'm your host, 36sweaters, joined by dodobobby today. How are
What's
you
up?
doing?
I'm chilling. I'm just putting my shoes on for work right now, and we're here to bring you the real facts about Risen Esports Doran's League.
Yes, this is true, and we decided to do this because our people on the content team decided that Tiebreaker Week wasn't worth making a podcast about. Um,
Boo!
Boo, boo, that Coke Monkey guy, boo. He's on our
Dude,
team.
yeah, he smells bad, man. He smells bad.
uh, all right, so we're just gonna jump straight into it. Our first topic that we're going to talk about today is our recap on last week's game, and we're of course going to start with the best team, Fart Esports versus LLQ. Do you have any thoughts about the game, Dodo Bobby?
I think that LAQ put up a great fight. They're a great team, but unfortunately, Fart has ascended beyond a human plane, and I don't even think they're freaking touchable by anyone by this point. But despite that, LOQ, they did the best they could, and they made us sweat at a few points, and it was a really good, really fun game to play.
Yeah, I totally agree, Dodo Bobby. And something that I think our team did really well is we allowed our new bot laner Shia LaBeouf to shine. We can show the entire league why you need to be afraid of Fart Esports because we are just that much better than everyone now. Our roster's in peak shape, and we are doing the most.
Yeah, absolutely. And there were some points where Dodo Bobby and 36 Sweaters tried to swing around um their uh their auras, one might say. And the LOQ mid laner was able to capitalize on that and got a pretty big lead on Vex at some point. But
But yeah, it doesn't even matter because we're just that goated. One might even notice, oh, 36 sweaters. You didn't do so well during that Anivia versus Vex game, but let me tell you, I was actually doing really well and exactly what I wanted to do. Because if you notice, my KD is 353. I was actually shooting for 363 so that I could, have the 36. Because that's like my trademark, 36 sweaters, right? Right?
oh
And
yeah, absolutely.
and but this Vex just wouldn't kill me the sixth time. I couldn't get it to happen. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to accomplish my dream to have that as my KDA in the game. But it's all right. We still got our main goal, which was to seal out the game.
Yes, absolutely. 36 Sweaters said that multiple times. Like my goal for dying so much in laning phase was to have that specific KDA. So I can attest to that.
Any comments about how their jungle played? Because their jungle was not originally who we were going to be playing against.
Um, here I forgot who the drum. Oh, he was the plat sub, right?
Yeah, we played Zac and Talia.
Oh yeah. Actually, I was supposed to be against who was their guy that ended up being the top lane? I forgot his username.
Unitunes, I
What was the name
believe.
again? Oh,
Unitunes.
Unitudes,
Yeah.
yes. So originally I was supposed to be against Unitudes, who's the lowest ranked member of their team. So that means that the higher ranks are going to be concentrated more in the lane. So I was prepared to play for more of a jungle show, right? More of a try to capitalize on their lowest ranked member and try hope that my team doesn't run it down. But given that they're higher ranked, like given that their jungler swapped the top lane and they swapped in a plat jungler, I felt that I had to play more for lanes. So that's kind of more what ended up happening, and it worked out okay. They put up a great fight, and it was a fun jungling game.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. It was also really nice to see Super Spence get a chance to have a game where he shined. He had really good KDAs in this game, did overall really solid. we're really proud of him this week.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. Any other comments on this game? I will say, actually, if you'll notice the times for each of these games, we won rather cleanly in 24 minutes both times. Which before this week, we had, or 2 weeks ago, I guess, we had the highest game time within the whole league. So we have rather improved our gameplay. I know last week, um, the the content team was talking about Milk being the best scaling team. But I would just like to put out the argument here that maybe Fart is actually the best scaling team. I mean, the best team overall, of course, but also the best
Yeah,
scaling team.
yeah.
Okay. Any other comments on this
And
before we move on?
off the comment on the game times, I believe that's a lot of that's from our new ADC Shia, who plays the laning phase so well and it's so incredibly aggressive. Not just aggressive, but successful in his aggression. That we
Yeah,
can generate such strong leads and push that to an end, which is a really big change from our gameplay and our play style and our overall game plan with our previous roster. So big thanks to Shia. Arguably, not even arguably, there's no contest, the best ADC in the league because he's on fart. So yeah,
yeah, for sure. And Shia and Coke Monkey has been very solid throughout the entire split. We're really glad to have him on our team, and the Shia Coke Monkey combo is just extraordinarily deadly. Yeah.
yes, absolutely.
But everyone should be looking out for Fart in the upcoming weeks when we come for the playoffs crown.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely. Fart's gonna win everything.
yeah. Moving on from that, though, we're going to go to some less important games. We have GGL 2-1 Topside Baguette and KND 2-0 Milk. Any thoughts on either of these games?
Honestly, because Fart wasn't involved in these games, they're honestly just less important because Fart's just we're just it's just the better team,
Oh,
right?
for sure,
Yeah,
obviously.
absolutely. Just actually just superior. Um, but honestly, I was surprised by the result of K and D versus Milk. I thought it would be a lot more of a competitive series for a lot more back and forth because I feel like Milk, especially having their coach on their side and giving them pointers and helping them like review their weaknesses and get better in that way. Especially after the performance they showed against us, I figured that they would have a lot more of a competitive series against K and D. So, did you have any thoughts on that? Like, why could K and D capitalize so much better on Milk than we could, or why did we end up doing better in K and D than Milk did?
That is an excellent question. And I think a lot of it actually comes down to the fact that we let Milk win. Um,
Oh
I
yes,
mean, of
absolutely.
course, we also let K and D win, because we're generous. We decided Milk were going to be the ones to be in the playoffs. But other
Yeah,
than that, I would say that it probably comes down to just a little bit cleaner lane play from K and D. Um, as far as I remember, when I was playing against their Candy's mid laner, it was a bit harder than playing against Milk's mid laner. And Milk's mid laner, Den, is really good on the Swain, but I think his mechanics have a long way to go on other champions. Uh, whereas KND, um, I'm trying to remember, what did they play against us? That was week 4, right?
yeah.
Um,
So I think it was five.
no, it was week 4 because
We
we
played.
played LOQ week 6. We played Milk week 5, so they were the week
Ah,
before.
yeah. Correct.
Yeah, Candy 2 and Fart they played. Roomba Fiesta. Roomba Fiesta played the Hui, which was really oppressive.
Oh, that was
Um,
disgusting.
they played the Vel'Koz, which I styled on with Rise, and then they played. They played. Oh, that was the game I inted on Aurora versus the Lysandra. Yeah, that one's just entirely my bad. I ran it down on Aurora, guys.
That's okay. That's okay. It was all planned. See,
Of course.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. We all wanted milk fart. Okay, we wanted round two of milk fart. So we lost to KND and we lost to milk all intentionally, so that we could have a milk fart tiebreaker for playoffs.
This is true. And honestly, the script would go in a perfect world that after we wipe the floor with milk in the tiebreaker round this week or today actually. After we wipe the floor with them, then they go and they win on their side of the playoffs bracket, and then we have milk fart finals.
Yes, absolutely. That's the plan. We want 3 rounds of milk fart.
Indeed, indeed. Will Milk be able to pull off their side of the contract is a little bit harder to say. I think the teams we have are pretty good. Obviously not better than Fart, but like they are pretty good, you know.
Yes, absolutely.
Um,
And part of joining Fart's roster is you immediately gain like telepathic powers. So we're just
for
gonna
sure.
manipulate every game into Milk winning, so that we can have round three of Milk Fart. And but we've talked about this among our roster. We talked about this with all our players, and we're all agreed that we're gonna make Milk win every game so that we can have Milk Fart.
Yes, this is 100% true. I do remember having these exact conversations.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah. Any other thoughts about Candy Milk?
Um, no, I think that about covers it. They both played to their strengths, and it just seems that Candy won out in those games.
Yeah, I would agree. A little bit before we move on about GGL Topside Baguette, I know dodobobby was very happy about I Lost playing Yorick in the mid lane.
Oh yes, absolutely. So first of all, a big shout out to I Lost. You know, the number one dodobobby fan from the beginning. Just trying to make dodobobby look a little better by padding the Yorick stats. Yorick is now, along with Yasuo, and I forgot the other one of the highest win rate champions in the game, because they're completely undefeated. Um, and
I believe.
because I Lost played that one game of Yorick, and dodobobby had a game of Yorick in the game against LOQ, Yorick is now 5 wins in the league with 0 losses. So shout out to I Lost, number one dodobobby fanboy. Um, he's just always trying to be like me. You know how it is. But yeah.
Yeah. I would also like to shout out GGL's game is really hard to play into. They are really good at picking just whatever they want to and then running the entire map with they've got some oppressive side lane macro that makes it just really difficult to play into, and you cannot let any of them get free push because they will just take all of your towers and you will just slowly crumble in the game. I will mention that Fart is the only team in the league to have beaten GGL, which brings me to our next point, which is why Fart is the best team in the league. So I have a little bit of a graphic I threw together. It's not really a graphic, it's just text, but we have Topside Baguette beat LLQ, Battle Bunnies, KND, Tech Esports Black, and HK, right? And then GGL beat AB Milk, LLQ, Bat, and Topside Baguette. Whereas Fart, we only beat GGL, AB, and LLQ, right? However, because we beat GGL, by proxy, we have beaten everyone that they beat, and which includes Topside Baguette, which beat all of the other teams that we haven't beat. Meaning that we have beaten every single team in the league, meaning we are the best
Actually,
team. Any
for real,
thoughts?
honest. I think that's just completely accurate, right? Because even the teams that, we lost to on paper, those were 2-1s. Those are 2-1s. And I feel like that's just really clear that, we intended to lose for the sake of Milk Fart,
Of
right?
course, yeah.
But based off us beating GGL and GGL beating everyone else, you know, I think like the real colors are shining here. Fart just actually in reality beat everyone,
Yeah.
right? So I think your analysis is completely correct.
And I know that there might be some people thinking, well, 36 sweaters, when you played GGL, I lost was not being fielded on the roster because he was just gone, right? And to that I would say, have you considered I'm just better? Like 36 sweaters beats I lost every day. I'm not even joking. I will straight up win that matchup.
Yes, yes, yes. Sure, yeah, absolutely, yes, yes. 36 sweaters win.
uh, um, yeah. Honestly, I believe the statistics just speak for themselves in this regard, and um, I wouldn't look too hard into the rest of the matchups and stuff because I think this only works for Fart. There's no way that anyone else has beaten every other team by proxy. Um,
Yes,
yeah. So the true rankings then we have Fart in the lead, then
yes.
GGL as number 2, then a 5-way tie for third place amongst AB, Milk, LOQ, Battle Bunnies, and Topside Baguette. And then in fourth place, which would actually be eighth place, a 3-way tie for KND, Tech Esports Black, and HK. Um, I do think that
Yes.
HK is better than eighth place as well as KND, but unfortunately, that's just how the statistics work. It's just how it factually comes to be, and they're just an unfortunate byproduct of that.
Yeah. Unfortunately, really great teams, but I don't know how 36 sweaters did this, but they just end up in eighth, and numbers don't lie.
Yeah, it's true. Moving on from our factual statements, we have the next week predictions. Uh, so we have a lot of games. I guess it's not next week; it's today. We're making this a little bit late. um,
Yes.
so we have obviously the most important game. We have Milk versus Fart. We've got Milk Fart again. The lactose intolerance special. Um, and then on the less important side, we have the tiebreaker bracket between the top 4. We've got Topside Baguette versus HK, a best of 1, GGL versus KND in a best of 1, and then uh, the winner of those 2 games plays, and then the loser of those 2 games plays. But first, Milk versus Fart. Obviously, this is a 2-0. Do you have anything else to say about the series, though?
Oh, no, absolutely not. I think Fart just wins, you know,
Yeah.
because, think about the pattern of lactose intolerance, right? First comes the milk, and then afterwards comes the fart,
Oh yes, this is
right?
so
So
true. This is so true.
dude, yeah, exactly. So because of the pattern of lactose intolerance, Fart is absolutely going to win this next series. Plus, we want round 3 at Milk Fart, right?
Of
So
course.
yeah, without question.
Yeah, I think also because since we don't need to lose this game for the plot, we won't be allowing them to win this time.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure. 100% agree.
Yeah. I think also last time we played against them, we trolled the game 1 draft a little bit too hard. I don't know
It
what we
was
were thinking with the Nautilus Karma, to be completely frank.
it was kind of silly.
But yeah, it was. I think that this is just a very clear cut 2-0 in Fart's direction. Um, and honestly, I don't have that much more to say about it. Unless you have anything else, we can move on to the less important games.
Um, One last thing is we have Shia now, so elbozos.
True, true. I feel bad for them, honestly.
Yeah, actually. Anyway, that those are all my thoughts.
Okay. So less important games. We've got Topside Baguette and Help Katie. Uh, Glizzy Gluckers versus Kinda Internet Boys, and then the winners of that. So I'll tell you my predictions first, and then you'll uh I'll give you some time to say what you want. So I think Topside Baguette uh beats HK pretty cleanly here. They had a series early, or yeah, they had a series earlier in the league, I believe, and they kind of got wiped. I think that HK will put up a better fight this time. I think HK is a pretty good team. Moldrifter especially. I think that he's a very good jungler. Um, and so, but I think that other than top lane, HK has some weaknesses that they needed to address. So if they've addressed those, I think they have a chance. But I think that Topside Baguette is probably taking this game. Then for GGL versus KND, I think that GGL wins this easily. I think in a best of one scenario, especially, GGL is just really strong. Um, and I, having played against KND and played against GGL without I lost, I think that they're just really oppressive and can run away with the game very quickly. So I would give this game to GGL as well. And then with the other two games, I would, for the same reason, say GGL will win GGL versus Topside Baguette, and that uh, the one that I'm not so sure about is KND versus HK. I think it could go either way. I'm leaning in the direction of HK, uh, just because of Moldrifter's strengths as jungler. But so my final score then would be GGL on top, then Topside Baguette, then HK, then KND.
Yeah, I agree with that too. And another thought on HK versus KND is I feel like HK is a much more adaptable team. They can have different win cons throughout their series, whereas I feel like KND plays a more linear game, right? So I feel like given that adaptability, and given that they've played against each other before, they have played against each other before, right? Have they? No, they haven't.
No, they haven't. I don't think.
Yeah, that's right. Well, given that, we're later in the season, everyone's kind of figured each other out to some extent. I feel like HK, given their adaptability, is definitely going to be able to win over KND.
Yeah, I would totally agree. I think that Muldrifters also has some especially oppressive like enabling picks and like skirmishing bruisers and stuff like that. I think that his Wukong just completely destroyed us in game three of HK versus Fart, intentionally, of course, but
Yeah, we let him destroy us. That was, you know,
yeah. And then I forget what he played in game one. Uh,
he played Pantheon.
his Pantheon, yeah. His Pantheon was also really good. And he's just really good at playing the map. And seeing where he needs to be. So, I think uh HK versus KND is a jungle diff.
Mm. I can definitely see that happening. I agree.
Yeah. Any other thoughts for today's games?
I should have one more thought about GGL. I think it's clear by, especially after the stream with Topside Baguette, that they're a very mechanical team. These guys all got some crazy hands. And based on my experience, I don't know if any other team in the league, besides Fart, of course, has like are as mechanics focused as they are, and they capitalize on it really well. So
Yeah,
I'm just kind of curious to see how these games play out today. See how all these teams decide to match up against their mechanics based gameplay, or to see um if they fold to it as everyone else has so far, besides Fart.
yeah. I'm totally excited to see what happens too. I also don't know what's happening with the stream today. I think Mayo said something about being having something cooked up. But I wonder if we'll be able to watch this game after our game. Because I don't know, they're a very entertaining team to watch. That's for sure.
Oh yeah,
Even when 10 GVT is like kind of running it down in support.
the Urgot support. Oh my gosh.
The urge to lock in Urgot support and go 0-6.
Dude,
Uh,
I feel that on a daily basis. Like, I don't know how, 10 GPTs lived with it for so long.
yeah. Honestly, respect for just full sending it.
Dude, for
I
real
have
though.
to give it to him.
Actually though.
Yeah. All right. I think that's all though. Thanks everyone for tuning into the real Doran's podcast with 36 sweaters and dodobobby, and
Yep.
good luck to everyone on their games today.
Yep. See y'all around.
All right.